It just occurred to me. I was sitting up there looking at these videos. I want to talk about two things. One is sort of my girlfriends in elementary school. Yeah, that topic, sort of that, how that had transpired, and um, the landlady for the apartment complex where I used to live. And I only bring it up because I said that the apartment we used to live in was a two-bedroom, 906 East 58th Street, 906 East 28th Street, excuse me. That apartment complex was nice, and the two bedroom was pretty big, and we only paid about $300, and at the time it was really cheap, and even every time my mom would tell people how much we pay, they would be like, "Do you live in a garage? Like, what's going on here?" Um, you, I think it was it was really cool of that landlady, Miss Ashmore. She was really awesome. And to this day, I own a few properties. To this day, I take her philosophy. Although you can raise the rent on people, should you? Because at the end of the day, it's a family trying to make ends meet. They're trying to, live life, the same life you're going through, um, experiencing sort of the same, possibly the same heartaches. Maybe they're hitting a rough patch, and if you keep increasing rent just because you can or because it's not market rent, that's a pretty bullshit reason. Um, at the end of the day, it's about providing a place to live, providing a place to call home, settle in to a family that can't afford or doesn't really want to own their own property. And I have to say that without that help from Miss Ashmore, she could have easily raised the rent on us, so a good $900,000. She didn't. Without that, we probably wouldn't have the opportunity to buy a computer, buy a few of the things, or not be as stressed out. Um, so that always stuck with me and really plays a huge role in my life. The other one is um, relationships in elementary school. So I did have a girlfriend. My first girlfriend was Heidi, um, and I did experience my first kiss in elementary school, and it was so fucking awkward. It was awkward because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It got even to the point where she got one of her friends to show us how to kiss. So so that was pretty fucking terrible. And I was after sort of the small little peck. I was like, "That's it," and she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, in my head, I'm like, "Oof, that was fast, thank God." But at the same time, I was like, "What the fuck just happened? Like, what's going on here?" It just it didn't add up. It didn't add up for me. Um, but I guess that's one of the things that you did. Um, but don't get me started. I mean, like we're probably way too young to be boyfriend and girlfriend. But I understand that even at that age, you have feelings for people. You have an attraction to people. So yeah, it's just weird. It's not in a bad weird, but it's just weird to me that I'm just like, wow, like I wonder what my kids are thinking right now. I wonder, Amanda is 11, Andres is 9. Um, they're in elementary school, and it's sort of like, are they going through these things too? Are they trying to find themselves as well? Are they trying to sort of figure these things out? And I have to say that liking someone, being liked by someone, falling in love, that's a really fucking nice feeling. Like it's a really nice feeling. My neighbor is cutting his lawn in the middle of the day. Um, but yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. But yeah, that was my first relationship of about 4, and yeah, I'll cover those down the road. But yeah, I remember sort of, and I knew where she lived. She lived right close to my house, so I would take my bike over there, and we would say hi, and then I would sort of ride my bike back until it got stolen. You know, some guys, um, they were like, "Hey, let me borrow your bike," and I was like, "No." And then, sure enough, the guy and his friends cornered me, grabbed my bike, and took it. And that was an experience. I wasn't scared. It happened so fast that I was like, "What the hell just happened? Like, did they steal my bike? What's going on here?" So, I ran home just a block away, and I told my dad, and my dad was like, "Oh, really? Like, they took your bike?" So, he got on his street. We went in his truck looking for these kids, and never found them. But um, yeah, there wasn't really a lesson there. It was just like, wow, that actually did happen. Um, the other thing is the drive-by. There was a drive-by. We were playing outside, um, and yeah, you could see them. Like, you could see that they were idling their car. They kept looking over, and all of a sudden they started shooting. So everyone just kind of ran inside to the house. Even people that were walking, strangers, ran into other strangers' house. Um, and again, it was one of those. Okay, I know I live in South LA. I know that it's sort of dangerous here, sort of, because I felt safe. But a drive-by just happened. Um, did it really happen? It's sort of like, wow, did that just happen? You sort of scratch your head, like, okay, can we go back out and play? Not knowing how close you were to real danger. Luckily, no one got hurt, but you could tell that the adults were rattled. Um, but the kids were kind of like, yeah, let's, what are we doing inside? Let's go outside and hang out. And yeah, that's it.